Did you know that one of the reasons why clients tend to hire agencies over freelancers is because agencies tend to have a project manager on their team? In this video, I'm going to show you how you can start to manage your website design projects like a pro using Notion. So if you're interested, stay tuned. What's going on, guys? My name is Leopoldo Pirela and I am a marketing designer, and I've been also a freelance marketing designer for the last 10 years. And one of the things I have learned is that the better you manage your projects, the better the outcomes. And this is not only from me. I have also been trying to study what other successful freelancers and designers and even agencies have done to become, or to get, I guess, to become more successful at what they do. And I have seen that all of them have really great project management skills. So in this video, as I said before, I'm going to walk you through what I have created to be able to manage my projects as a website designer. But as a quick disclaimer, I also work with a project manager who is Sarah, and the two of us work together to make sure that we have all our projects on time, to make sure that all the deliverables are taking place, to make sure that new projects are coming in, and be able to sort of schedule when they're supposed to happen and when they're supposed to finish. One of the things that we tend to do is that on Sundays, we will sit down together in front of my computer and we will start to work through the different clients that we have at the moment. Those are active, those are coming in the next few months or next few weeks, and those are no longer active, just in case we might need to reach out to them to see if there's anything that we can help them with. And this way I'm able to plan a really successful week. And as you know, a really successful day makes a really successful week, and then this makes a really successful month, and so on. So let's dive into my computer so I can show you how we have put everything together. Now that we're inside of my computer, I'm gonna walk you through some of the workspaces that I have created over inside of Notion and how I'm using them. And the first one that I want to talk to you about is the design process. And this is sort of one of the things that clients probably ask me the most. And it is, what is your process to do this? What is your process to design a website? What is your process to be able to design and to come up with a pitch deck or a sales deck for my startup? So to be able to answer that much easier, what I did is I went ahead and I sort of documented everything that I do within this process. And then as you can see right here, I have on my Notion board, there are a couple workspace that I have created here, but right here I have my website design process. And just once it loads, you will see that it literally has everything that I am going to be doing throughout a project. So, and the reason for this is I want the client to feel involved in the process and know exactly what's going to happen next. And you see why it's important for the client to know what will happen next is because you want to make sure that them choosing you is not a high risk. So the lower the risk it is to work with you, the most likely they are to work with you. So this way they know exactly that there are a couple things that will happen, or as you can see here, quite a few things that will take place to be able to come up with a new website or the new brand. So if we head back here to deck design, you will see that it's a lot shorter of a process, but it has everything that I will need to be able to do this. And then what I like to do is that this is what I will present to a client when I first meet with them on the first meeting, when we're just trying to get to know each other, see how I can help them, see how where they actually need help, what are the problems they are having, and the solutions that they actually need to be able to either start raising funds for their startups or start to get clients for their throughout their website or any marketing material that they might need. So now once a client signs up with me and they start to work together with me, a few things will happen. One is that they will be added to my Slack channel, and inside there, as I said, I think it was on my previous video when I was talking about the 7 no-code tools that I am using to run my business on a day-to-day basis. I'm using Slack to mainly communicate with clients. I will just create a private channel, and within that private channel I will add a client and anyone else in their team that I will have to work with during this project. Normally is the head of marketing, maybe their CTO, and of course the CEO. So once I have added my client to Slack, what I will do is I will go ahead and get into Notion right away, and then create a client profile for my new client, which I made this one before this video. just so that I can have it ready. As you can see, for contact name is myself. And then if they're active or non-active, sometimes I work, or most of the time I do work with clients through a period of time, but sometimes after that period, they might not need my work anymore because they sort of concentrated on either getting clients with their salesperson or, you know, working on the product development per se. So I would set them as non-active, right? But the moment a client becomes active, I will go ahead and send them as active, or if, you know, they are in the proposal stage, I will set this to proposal. If I'm just trying to do some discovery sessions with them, I will add accordingly. But the whole idea is just for me to be able to come here and be like, okay, well, all these are active clients and all these are clients that we haven't worked with in a while. Maybe if you're an active client, I will send you an email to see if there's anything that we can work on together. Most of the time I do know like what they're working on, so I know when it's a good time to reach out. So once I've created my client's profile, this is pretty much what I will see. And then you can go ahead and make it pretty if you like, add an icon. Just do anything that will make it better for you. I don't really care too much about the look sometimes. I just want things to work really good. But you know, you can add a color, you can add image that you may like to use. But pretty much this is what's important here. First, I have the project type that I'm working on, so that if it is a Webflow project, then I know this is the, if later on I want to search for projects, I just can go ahead and do that, or like project types. Then I have an email, because remember, I am going to be sharing this with a client. So whoever they share this with, like if they have an next member that they are going to share this with, I want them to be able to reach out to me. So here I just have my email. And then since this is what we're going to be using on a day-to-day basis to communicate and see what I'm working on, what I need from them and all that, I also have the next meeting link with a notification, so everyone can get a notification once we're getting close to that meeting. And then I always want to make sure that if they need, for example, to find a proposal or any other documents that I know that they are going to need throughout the project, I'm just going to add them right here. So here they can go directly to their proposal, see like what everything, the terms, everything that was there in case they ever need it. And then we will be using this section here with comments. And I'm going to show you how you can enable all this to happen inside of Notion, to also be able to leave comments, communicate. Maybe they need to drop some files and they can just go ahead and let me know about it here. Even though we're using Slack, sometimes clients leave comments here, like if they need a fix on something on their website, or if they need a new document or anything like that. And once they tag you, you get a notification. And then just below that, I have what I'm working on at the moment. And this is a good way because I really like to get my clients involved. I sort of like to work almost as if I'm part of my client's team and not just as a freelancer who they hire and they see every now and then. And then this way they're able to see like tasks that I'm finishing, tasks I'm working on, things I'm working on this week, things that I need to work on in the future and whatnot. And it's quite organized for them. But as they scroll down, I also want to make sure that they know what belongs to them or what tasks belong to them. So for example, sometimes I need a client to give me a reference on some websites that they really like and some websites that they really hate. So what I will do is that I will have here something like love and hate exercise. And then I put the client's name here so they know it belongs to them. And then a task type, for example, like if it's like a strategy, then I can go ahead and do this, create a new type, and then add it. And then any comments that I need will be here. And since I shared this with them, I'm able to, just tag them in any comments I need them to see. But I also can do that with Slack. So either way, it works pretty good. So once I am finished setting these up and I have everything that we'll be working on here, I'll go ahead and click share. Right here, I will click share to the web. And then here's what you need to do. You need to allow editing and comments. But you want to disable to be able to duplicate this. And you also want to disable search engine indexing because you want this to remain private and you don't want Google to be picking up any of your projects. So once you have that all set up, you can click copy this link, and that is what you're going to share with your clients. So I just want to go back one step because I sort of want to show you like what this is supposed to have. It's just not like 3 tasks. So remember that I showed you my design process. So that is pretty much all. This is pretty much what you're going to be seeing, or the client will be seeing inside of that document. And the reason for that is because this is exactly what I am following. There may be a project or two that where I might add or remove some of these tasks because I might not need to follow them. But the whole idea is that this is the process that we are going to be following throughout this entire website design project. So I need to make sure that all these tasks are added to that list that I am sharing with the client. And then the next thing I'll recommend you to do with Notion, and what I said before, is that once you have a successful day, you have a successful week, and a successful week leads to a successful month, which leads to a year. I need to be able to plan really strong weeks. And with that, I'm also using Notion. If I go to my personal dashboard and you look at my weekly agenda, I'm going to cover all the company names, but you can see that right here I have everything that I've been working on this week. And it's a really good feeling when you click started, when you click that you completed a project. And it's also a really good feeling when you come here and just like, you know what you started to work on, you know what you have completed, and you know what tasks are here that are just waiting for someone to review them. This can be a client, like the head of marketing who needs to review something, or the CEO that needs to review something before it goes live. And then here I'm doing a few different things. I'm also tracking some of the time that it takes me to be able to complete a task. Now I do have my own software to do all this, which I have been building for some time now, but I'm starting to see if there's a way that I can do this inside of Notion. And what I realized is that inside of Notion you can create formulas. This here, for example, is the formula that we'll be using to calculate the number of hours that a task took you. So all you have to do really is go ahead and create a field with date. In that field, you need to have to include time and end date. So here we have the same date, and then let's say we started this around 3 in the afternoon, and we were finished by around 4. So now we can see that here it took us 1 hour. So then this way you're able to calculate how many hours a project is taking you or a task. And then once you finish a project, you're able to see like, okay, well, this website design project took me 35 hours instead of the 50 hours I thought it would take me. Or it can be the other way around where, it took you 60 hours when you calculated about 30 hours for your project. So guys, that's just how I am using Notion. There's a lot to do here and a lot to learn here. I also want to give a shout out to No Code Dan, who is creating tools like this using Coda, which is an amazing tool. It's similar to Notion. There are a lot of things that you can do with Coda that you can do here, but he is going all out on it. When I mean all out, he's creating everything you will need to be able to manage your entire solo creator life and business. So I'm gonna leave his YouTube in the comments here, as well as his Twitter, so make sure to check him out. And if you want to learn more on how I'm doing other things related to my website design business, make sure to leave a comment in the comment section and I will try to answer them right away. See you in the next videos.